Yo, what is up, guys? This is Embedded Thought, also known as Favorite. I'm here to help you set up a Libra testnet and also maybe help you with some troubleshooting that you run into. I know I had an issue with Google's protocol buffer, or I guess Protalk, if you want to call it, and the version that I initially have whenever, say, if you're on Debian and you use sudo apt-get, it gets version 3.0, and I think you need 3.6 or greater for this installation. So if you've had problems, hang in there, we'll get to that, but let's go ahead and just start like installing it real quick. So basically, open up your terminal. You can do this if you're on Mac OS. For right now, for Libra, it's Mac OS, anything Red Hat, and Debian based. So I'm gonna assume you already have Git installed. So if not, you know, git. Okay. So git clone, and the repository is Libra, and libra.git. And let's go ahead and do that. Actually, let me make a directory for this. So make dir. Okay, so clones. So let's clone the repository. And let's go ahead and cd Libra, and go in there. And what we're gonna wanna do next is basically do the dev setup. So run this script, or I guess it's in this folder if you wanna see. Yeah, it's in scripts / dev setup. So it's gonna go ahead and run through that. And yes, you wanna install the necessary dependencies. Okay, so now that is done, let's actually run the client. I don't believe I'm gonna run into any problems with the protocol buffer error, but it usually comes down to whenever you're installing or compiling the parity multisig. So if you run into that error, I'll show you how to fix that in a second. So let's go ahead and run another script. I think it's in Cly. Start Cly testnet. And it's gonna run through this. And while it's doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to fix that Protobuf error. So what you're gonna want to do is, let's go ahead and open up a link. Here, let me just pull it right here. So this is what you're gonna want to do. You're gonna want to navigate to this repository under protocol buffers, Protobuf, the master branch. And of course, get all the dependencies if you need them. But the main thing is that you're getting a version that's 3.6 or greater. So this one's already 3.8. And you're going to want to run through the installation. So it has all the necessary... hold on, let me see. Yeah, it has everything you need right here. So you can go ahead and clone the repository, go ahead and run autogen script, and then configure, make install, just basic stuff. It takes a little bit, but you won't be getting the compiling error right here when it comes to the parity multisig. And I've been reading on the discourse, the forum for Libra, and I've seen a lot of people running into that error, so hopefully this helps them. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty straightforward, simple. It's built in Rust. I'm not really going to dive into too much about the actual Libra blockchain right now. We'll have later videos on that. I just wanted to kind of get you started with testnet. It's extremely simple, very straightforward. I'm hoping it builds fairly quickly so I can kind of show you some of the client stuff. It's very minimal right now. Of course, there's not a lot of commands that you can run, but you can run your own local testnet, and they also have a live testnet that you can join. So we'll go ahead and just join the live testnet and kind of show you a couple of the commands. So far, I mean, you can create an account, or like addresses, or generate public addresses. You can mint testnet coins to your address, so you can play around with transferring. I do believe that you could write some scripts with their new language Move, so it's for like smart contracts, and you can compile them to the bytecode necessary to run in the VM. So I won't really get into like the state machine or anything, but okay, so the compiling is complete. Let's go ahead and just run through some of the commands that are here. It's very basic. The first thing we want to do is create an account, so let's look at the account operations. I'm going to go ahead and type A. So we can create an account, list accounts, recover, write, and mint, or I guess under write it's, and also mint. So let's go ahead and do A create. It's going to be create an account. Here's the public address. So with this address, let's go ahead and do A, and here's the index number for the account. So it's the first account I created, so index number 0. So A mint, and then 0 for the account index, or you could put the address number, and then let's go ahead and mint like 1,000. So it's minting coins. It's submitted the request to the validators, so it's going to be validated. Let's go ahead and type help, see the list of commands again. We could do a query, so let's go ahead and look at query operations. Q, so you can get the balance, sequence, let's see, transaction sequence. So let's go ahead and check the balance. Let's type in B, the account ID 0. Oh, okay, sorry. We were under query, so query B 0. So balance is 1,000, so we've successfully minted 1,000. So, I mean, it's very straightforward, it's very easy. I'm gonna go ahead and make more videos kind of diving in more to the complexities of Libra, and maybe if you have any comments or questions or recommendations for future videos, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped.